The mission for our chamber, and we represent a 9-county Finger Lakes region, is really to support our members, support business, help businesses grow, help businesses connect with each other to open up their markets and customers, to represent them in Albany or locally in issues of advocacy. If there's legislation or things that impact their business, we are there to represent them and represent them very, very passionately. We are here to be a partner. We go out and visit businesses every week. We go on site, we're boots on the ground. And I always ask, if you could tell us 1 or 2 things that we could do for you this year, what would they be? I try and get down to the granular aspects of how we can best serve. Our chamber's been in existence since the late 1800s. It's gone through certainly a number of changes over the years. But the one thing that we're proud of is that we have such a very strong business community here in Rochester. We want to make it stronger. We want to make sure that we create and help nurture some of the relationships. What I have found throughout my careers is that sometimes one company may go outside the state, outside the region, or even outside the country for certain products when their neighbor down the road can do it better, faster, and cheaper. And so sometimes we miss these opportunities to connect people together. And we do that in a variety of ways. We do it, we have great networking events. We have great events that are topically based. We celebrate a number of events during the year to really talk about the success of growing emerging businesses and success in Rochester overall. But we want to be the champion for business, and we are by far the largest chamber in this region. We want to work with all the smaller chambers. We don't compete. We really, if anything, we collaborate. And the last part I'll say is that we are a major player with the whole economic development changes we're going to be seeing and coming in this region. The Chamber of Commerce with other economic development parties right now and partners are kind of uncovering steps and metrics that we can help to push, support, and accelerate that will really grow the economy in this region. There's a number of things our chamber provides. I mean, first of all, we are connected to the top business leaders in this region. Our board and executive committee represent all the top CEOs. So the connectivity to our major companies, large, medium, and small. We have access to the talent outside and inside. We have a number of business lines. We have a full service staffing and reference checking and background business. It is a service to our members because hiring talent and talent retention is a big challenge for every business here. And in our chamber, through the RBA staffing arm, we hire and probably provide paychecks to between 800 and 1,200 people every single week, where those men and women go out and fill key positions in companies, from entry-level manufacturing up to higher-level positions. We have a great HR director who provides HR forums, a hotline for human resource questions and issues, connectivity to all the major issues and problems that companies are facing through human resources, and providing a mechanism to help companies and people find solutions to that. Our events, I mentioned earlier, we have a great events team that provides a whole spectrum of events. Small events, small forums, we do panel discussions, we listen to our members and customers, we try and pick topics that are relevant to them. It may be through local attorneys, business leaders, other professionals that really help to take a topic and help educate them on issues. We have a recent series of events is our Chamber Council, which you really get free legal advice by coming and sitting through these, and it really hits a whole spectrum of challenges that face business. Our membership director is out connecting businesses every day. We are out trying to, again, look, ask, listen, and try and support them in any way. And we have so many resources inside, but also a connectivity to resources outside. And the last part is advocacy, which I can't reinforce enough. There are decisions made in Rochester, Albany, and Washington that will often impact our members and business. So we listen carefully to what those issues are, and we advocate tirelessly in all 3 of those areas that really help support our members. I've testified at planning board hearings before. We write letters, we visit, we advocate for them. One of the things I say is we lobby very differently. We don't lobby by press conference and hurling insults. I use the 3 R's. It's respect, it's relentlessness, and it's repeat over and over again, because we kind of go back over and over again all the time, repeating and revisiting these same issues until we get some sense of perhaps a compromise or a change. And the last part of advocacy I would mention is the issue of even lower level local things. If a company needs a bus stop extended, if a company is looking to move here and expand, we partner with our economic development agencies. We take charge for business retention and expansion among our members. We are also very strong in the area of talent management. We're starting a whole new push with the Chamber leading it to look for ways to not only bring talent here and recruit them, but to keep the talent that we have here. We have 19 colleges and universities, almost all are members of ours. We want to keep these young graduates in this region and connect them to jobs so they don't go to the East or West Coast. We want to make sure we listen to our members and companies, identify what their needs are, and try and meet those needs with the commensurate talent. We're just starting off a whole new direction with this, but I think it's going to be one of the most critical and important roles of our Chamber of Commerce in the future. What we do bring to the table is a great bandwidth. We have a great team. I'm blessed with an outstanding group of people I work with every day. We can cover so many different topical areas and have such a greater reach than perhaps a smaller chamber that has maybe one or two volunteer employees. We support that chamber. We don't compete with them, but we can take on things that they perhaps can't take. And advocacy is one, business-to-business connectivity is another. I mentioned earlier, when we go out to businesses, we ask them what their priorities are. People will often say, I'd love to get a chance to compete for this contract with the state or the federal government, or maybe get in the door with a Wegmans or a Constellation Brands and try and at least create a relationship. Well, what we do is I sometimes pick up the phone, send an email, write a letter, but do my best to connect those companies. And one of the myths that I hear is that we are not just focused on big business. 2/3 of our members are small businesses. And we are very passionate about those. They may have 2 or 3 employees. They get as much attention as our largest employers. And so we try and reinforce whatever your needs are, it is important. And small business is the backbone of our economy. So clearly they are a huge priority for us. A lot of your bigger companies don't need the chamber. We have a lot of chamber members that are there out of loyalty, out of duty and responsibility and community service. They don't really need our services. There are others that sometimes struggle financially for dues. We work with them. To us, it's not about money. It's not about charging people a certain amount. It's really trying to get to where they need to get to. And we rarely turn away people. I have people come into my office every day who aren't members. We try and help them any way that we can. But our focus is on our members and all 9 counties in this region. And we try not email or call them. We do our best to get out face to face. And we don't hit every single one each year, but we do a pretty darn good job throughout the year of visiting. I would say we easily get over 100 a year that we're on site, spending 1 to 2 hours. And part of that is learning. And I'll just speak for my benefit. I'm born and raised here. I've had, I've been blessed with different careers, but I've learned so much on this job. Going out and going on site to these companies, walking through touring, listening to everybody from their CEO down to people on the line, asking questions, and coming away with not only a better understanding of what their needs are, but a great sense of pride of the talent that we have. We have so much going on here, so much high-level technology, manufacturing, and success that sometimes people don't know what's going on. So maybe my last part of this question is we're the best kept secret in New York State and beyond. So one of our roles too in terms of advocating is not just going to testify or push for something, but really to publicize what these businesses do. We have a great communications team. We're on social media. We are out with pictures, with videos, trying to promote the businesses that we go out and visit, and hopefully people will see what they do and patronize and support them. In terms of how we partner with the city with downtown development is a great question. I'm a former mayor, so I get it about center city development and investment downtown. If we want a strong region, we need a strong urban core. The city of Rochester is a member of ours, so we work with the mayor, we work with the mayor's team. I'm a co-chair of Rock the Riverway, a big project where the governor is investing $50 million in downtown on a variety of projects. We work with developers and landlords and Greater Rochester Enterprise and other partners to attract and get companies coming down here and filling the space, and really helping to be part of the landscape to promote this area, to the Jazz Festival, the many things we do. CGI Communications, I think, has done a great job in investing downtown, going back to when I was mayor, investing in a car museum, events, the Jazz Festival, and I think that's a great role that the Chamber, CGI, and others can play, is to follow those leads and get other companies to invest as well. And you may be in Ontario County, you may be in Wayne County or in Wyoming County, but you want a strong downtown, a strong city of Rochester as that magnet for companies, because that's going to be a spark for future growth. I see a lot of great things going on. Change is not easy and change is not quick. It takes a while, it takes investment, but we have some great investors downtown. There's, I believe, some very strong momentum building. We're not where we need to be yet. I don't in any way want to create this rosy picture that everything is perfect. It is not. But I believe we are on a very positive trajectory for the future, that we're building momentum, things are happening. It's a great time to be here, be in this job at the Chamber, but also be part with all of us here in this region for the economic growth. And looking forward to each year we get better and better at what we do and bring more growth, more opportunity. And the most important thing, when young men and women graduate from high school and college, they don't have to go to the East Coast or West Coast. They can stay right here. It's affordable. It's a great place to live. There's a lot to do here. You can be anywhere in 20 or 30 minutes. We want people to look at Rochester as a place to stay, to raise a family, and to really eke out a great living. And keep your college debt low, because I think it's, again, much more affordable to stay here than to go elsewhere.